What's up, YouTube? You're tuned into the ODG Show. I am the Ol Drunken Geek, and today we are going to discuss Thor Ragnarok. So, Thor Ragnarok. What can I say about this movie? To me, it's a little bit of a jumping of a shark for the Marvel movies at this point because it wasn't very good. It wasn't a very good story, man. I hate to tell. I know a lot of you guys probably love this movie, but it did not appeal 100% to me. And here's why. The movie starts with Thor, and he's in the Fire Realm with Fire Lord Surtur, which is not explained through the movie. I just know this because I know a little bit about comics. And, he defeats Fire Lord Surtur, fucks up all his peoples, and goes back to Asgard real quick. Shows that Loki is Odin, and we knew this from the last movie. And he calls him out right away on it. He's like, boom, and then they're like, okay, cool, let's go look for Odin. So they go to Earth. Then Hela all of a sudden appears out of nowhere. All this happened within like the first 20 minutes of the movie, and to me, it set like a pacing in the beginning that was really jerky, man. It was like here and there, and we're here, we're there, we're I didn't care for that. And like, to me, throughout the whole movie, they just didn't care to give him any kind of emotional debt or anything that happens. Nothing that happens has any emotional repercussions for them, it seems. Like, if anybody watched the old Thor movies and anybody was in any way invested in like Odin or his relationship with Thor, none of that, to me, felt like it got any closure, man. Like, Odin died like that. Like, they found him. He's like, all right, I'm dying. Oh, and by the way, you have a sister. Oh, and by the way, she's, like, super powerful. All right, peace out, boy. Yeah, boys. Like, that's how y'all gonna do the character? Yeah, it didn't seem like any of their emotional arcs in the first stories mattered at all. And also, like, I'm not a big fan of coincidences and things that just happen random in a movie. To me, it was like a lot of coincidences that, Odin dies, and he was the only thing keeping Hela, subdued, and I guess in her own little separate realm. And as soon as he dies, she just shows up exactly where they are. The fuck was that about? Then they get on the Rainbow Bridge or whatever. They get sucked through the Rainbow Bridge, and they get kicked out. The universe is a big place. If you get kicked out on the Rainbow Bridge, and then your boy get kicked out like several feet later than that, if it's proportional to space, wouldn't that be like another galaxy, not the same fucking planet? Fuck, man, the logic pissed me off in this movie. But yeah, then the fact that right away Thor gets there, and right away Valkyrie finds him. Right away they're taken to the Grandmaster. It's like, come on, man. Like, to me, the storyteller was lazy and just, to keep the action going. So by this time in the movie, man, I'm just, like, poking so many holes in the logic. I'm like, this fucking thing's full of holes. It's like a strainer. Then I realized it was a strainer because all this movie did was strain out the comedy and action and visuals of, like, a Guardians movie or, like, a good Marvel movie. And, yeah, man, particularly the whole Thor thing, the whole comedy with Thor was okay. It was kind of funny. I don't think it was like ha-ha funny. Obviously, the fucking hyenas in my theater were all dying, but personally...
It's fucking racist.
Hey, I'm not an anti-hyenite, alright? I'm not an anti-hyenite.
What you got against hyenas, dude?
Hey, man, I'm just saying. They laugh weird, man. Movie made me want to have a drink. The characters seem completely different. Well, especially the Thor character. Thor seemed completely different than he did in all the other movies. He took everything super lighthearted. And that's partly because in between the last Thor movies and this movie, they find out that Chris Hemsworth has a lot of very good comedic timing. And, they wanted to give him a chance to display that, which I understand. But at the same time, kind of shitted on the fans of the old movies, but hey. The villain, Hela, played by Cate Blanchett, she did a great job, I felt Cate Blanchett brought a lot to that role, but I felt like everybody was expecting Hela to be a super interesting, cool character, and really, just the same old rehashed Marvel character, in my opinion. The only difference was that Kate Blanchett played her and brought like a lot of charisma to the little that she had to work with. But you know, again, like this movie is definitely a result of style over substance. This movie is the embodiment of style over substance. Did Thor Ragnarok suck? Not really. Alright, so you just heard all my grievances about it, but here's what the movie got right. It is mad goofy and mad comical, and they don't give importance to all the emotional struggles that the characters go through. But at the same time, it is kind of self-aware, and it is trying to do that. Like, it felt like, the whole movie felt like, okay, yeah, these bad things are happening, but at the same time, we don't care. We're not going to address them because that's not what this movie is. From beginning to end, this movie is one thing, and it is fun. There's a lot of action, a lot of comedy, which to me it was hit or miss, but like I said, the hyenas fucking enjoyed it. And, yeah, man, the visuals are beautiful. For those people who were fans of Jack Kirby comics, you know, a lot of this was pulled directly from the Jack Kirby comics. I know because I researched it, because I'm a little too old for the Jack Kirby comics. Like, I didn't, you know, he wasn't around when I was reading comics. And, you know, I know you can always go back and read them. I just haven't had a chance to go back and read a lot of the older Marvel comics. Therefore, it, you know, it wasn't, like, huge with me. Like, oh, my God, Jack Kirby. But, you know, I can respect that they did it. And I can respect that a lot of the fans, that was something for them. And that was cool. A lot of the things between Thor and Hulk were fun. You know, a lot of the comedy with that was, like, overplayed. But definitely the action, the fight between them was cool. And, you know, some of the story beats for Hulk, like, were impactful in a way, but they were overshadowed by the comedy and the slapstick of it. That it doesn't seem like, you know, it didn't seem like he got, like, a whole bunch of character development. But, yeah, Tessa Thompson was great as Valkyrie. Even though, again, I don't like the idea that there's a coincidence. It's a huge fucking universe, but you're going to go to Skurge, the one planet, and you're going to bump into another Asgardian there. Okay, just by coincidence. You know, this is where we're ending up. I hate coincidences in movies, in sci-fi movies specifically. As always, Tom Hiddleston did a great job, but it's a little rehash from the old movies. But still, I thought he was okay. Moving on to the Grandmaster. All I gotta say about the Grandmaster is, fuck Jeff Goldblum, man. That was just a joke. I really like Jeff Goldblum. And, yeah, he did a decent job with this. He was, you know, he was like goofy Jeff Goldblum. He made his little jokes and everything. He didn't really scare me as a villain. He was kind of like a side villain. He didn't really scare me, or, you know, I wasn't really like, oh, he's kind of a dick, but he's kind of okay too. They went full Jeff Goldblum, though. They went full Goldblum, bro. Moving on to a part of the review I'm going to call, you know, nerd cleanup. I don't know what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it something like that, because this is shit from the comics that this movie got completely fucking wrong. And it's just going to invoke all the nerd rage for everybody. For example, in the beginning of the movie, you have Doctor Strange open a portal underneath Loki, and Loki just drops in there. He's like, oh, I don't know, I'm not doing this. He's Loki, dog. Loki from the comics is nowhere near this depowered. There's no way he's gonna get locked in some bullshit ass portal for like 30 minutes. He's like, I was falling for 30 minutes. Suck a dick. That's not gonna happen. The whole Loki, I know Loki in the MCU is hella depowered, but this was ridiculous, yo. Another nerd rage nugget. Just what am I call it? A nerd rage nugget. Was how powerful yet depowered Hela was. Like, Hela, like, was so powerful she could wreck everybody in Asgard, but wasn't able to handle Thor and Valkyrie at the same time, just completely handle them. That was a little weird, man. That was a little weird. I don't know 100% about that. 3 was kind of a wasted chance to do a meaningful story for the Hulk as far as Planet Hulk is concerned. Like, they did Sakaar completely different. Sakaar was nothing like it was in the comics. It was basically a Jack Kirby based planet in how it looked, and you know it was completely different than Sakaar in the comics, and his Hulk storyline was completely different. They didn't have any of the emotional depth that the comic had. I guess we'll never see a World Breaker Hulk now. We'll never see a World War Hulk now. So I feel like that was definitely a missed opportunity on that side. But, you know, that's just nerd rage. You guys don't gotta agree. That's nitpicking at this point. All in all, did this movie suck? Nah. Was it great, though? Nah. My opinion, this movie, like, it was fun. It was a lot of action. It had all the action, visuals, and I guess comedy that the Marvel movies are supposed to have. And, you know, cranked up to 100. But to me, it lacked a lot of story beats that I would have liked, and a lot of conclusions for like the character, meaningful conclusions for the characters. You know, it is what it is. I kind of like the first Thor movie. I like Thor, The Dark World. I liked it too. I didn't like it as much as the first one. But this is, I can't even say this is a fitting conclusion for that, but it is not a bad movie by any stretch of the imagination. So I am going to rate it 3 shots out of 5. And actually, I'm going to add a quarter shot. 3 1/4 shots. Just because of the co-Jones that it took to make this movie. And just make it like that. Like fucking extreme. Fucking rock out with her cocks out. You know. Jam out with your clams out. Or whatever. But yeah. 3 1/2 shots. 3 1/4 shots I think is fair. You guys may agree, may disagree with me. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Respectfully, of course. And thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, you can like, share, subscribe. And yeah, catch you little fuckers next time. Peace.